Hey everybody, happy Monday. Today is Monday the 13th of May. I hope everyone had a great Mother's Day weekend. I took some time to kind of be with family and friends this weekend, just to kind of unwind from the week. So I'm working on getting through all of my emails. Thank you so much for all of your messages and emails. I love hearing from you guys. It's just there are quite a bit of them and I'm trying my best to get through all of them. So I thank you for your patience. But today we're going to talk about how to list on Poshmark. I put out a poll on Instagram the other day and I asked people what the biggest struggle with their business was. If you're not following me on Instagram, it's Thrifting Debutante. I'll put it down in the description box. But I asked people what the biggest struggle with their business was, and most people said listing. And I completely get it. You know, like I just moved, and during that process, I took down a lot of stuff. I kind of overhauled everything. I had multiple closets and I'm working on getting everything combined into one closet. So I get it. Listing takes a ton of time. And so today I'm gonna give you 5 tips on how to list more efficiently, on how to kind of move a little bit faster in your listing process. And hopefully this will help some of you to kind of streamline what you're doing and make it a little bit easier for you. Okay, so my first tip is I want you to photograph as many items as you can. Whatever day that you can, I want you to designate that as your photographing day. And I want you to photograph as many items as you can. Ideally, you want to be listing at least 5 items a day. So try to photograph at least 25 items during this time period. And you know, I understand if you're just starting out, that number might not be realistic for you if you haven't really gotten used to photographing stuff yet. So, you know, just do as many as you can. Like, don't be so hard on yourself. Just do as many as you can, but photograph as many items as you can at once. That way they're all in your phone and, you know, you've got enough items to list for a few days without having to actually stop and photograph more. My second tip for you is to prep everything at once. So, you know, when you get stuff in, take the tags off of it, steam it. It helps if you have a garment rack. Like, it really helps if you have a garment rack to hang stuff on so that you can steam it and measure it and cut the tags off of it and you have everything done in one place. So, you know, prep everything at one time, get all of that done, you know, just so that's not like slowing you down as you're photographing it. My third tip for you is to write down your measurements in a notebook. So your measurements are really going to depend on you. Like, sometimes I will do measurements as I'm steaming, or sometimes I will do measurements as I go, but I write them down in a notebook. I just write out the item, and then if it's a shirt, I'll do armpit to armpit and length. If it's pants, I'll do like the inseam and the waist, and I just write that in a notebook, just like scribbling as I go, just so I can have that, you know, all the information in one place and all of it together at once. And then I will actually take a picture of the notebook with my phone. So in case I don't have the notebook, I still have the measurements in my phone. And if I'm out somewhere and I have some spare time, that way I can list stuff. So, you know, take a picture of the measurements with your phone. That way there's no excuse if you're out somewhere and you don't have your measurements with you, you can still list stuff. My fourth tip for you is to figure out if you can go faster on the desktop website or on the mobile app. And if you need help listing, I actually have 2 tutorial videos that show you step-by-step how to list on each one. So I will link those down in the description box if you are new and you need to learn exactly how to list stuff. For me personally, I can go faster on the app, and that is because all my pictures are in my phone, all my stuff is in my phone. I've done it on the app since 2014, so that's like 5 years, so I'm just faster on my phone. I realize some people are not faster on their phone, so, you know, those people need to be using the desktop, and, you know, obviously you'll have to transfer your pictures from your phone to your computer in that case. Utilize the drafts feature if you can. If you don't know how to use the drafts feature, you just go in, you start a listing, you put in some information, you hit cancel. When you hit cancel, a screen's gonna pop up and it's gonna give you the option to save it as a draft. As far as I know, you can only save 15 drafts at a time, but I mean, if you're listing 5 items a day, that's 3 days of listings, and then, you know, they're all in your phone. So you can just kind of make them as you go, and you can save them if you can't finish them at that time. So figure out, you can go faster on the app or faster on the desktop, and whatever you can go faster on, that's what you need to be using to list. The next tip is to space out your listings. So say you take a day and you photograph 50 items. You don't need to list all 50 of those items in one day, especially if you know that you're not going to be able to stop and do more listings for a few days. Like, if you know you're not going to be able to stop and do listings for a few days, you need to save those 50 listings, and you need to space them out throughout the week or throughout the next few days until you'll be able to photograph more stuff again. So, you know, space out your listings. If you have 20 items, space that out over 4 days. If you know you're not going to have anything else to list, because you need to be listing every day. That is probably my number one tip as to what can help you make sales, is to list stuff. And you need to be listing every day. So, you know, that's going to depend on your budget, how much inventory you have, how much inventory you're able to get, and things like that. So whatever you can do to space out things, do that, to have as many listings as possible on each day. So you really need to figure out a process that works for you. I understand it's a very tedious process listing stuff, but the more you do it, the faster you will get. The fast comes with time. So don't be so hard on yourself if you know, can't list very fast, if you've just started. You know, just strive for 5 items a day. That's what I tell people, you know. And I say 5 because from experience, that's when my activity increases, is when I list 5 items. So that's why I tell people 5 items per day. So I hope this helps somebody. You know, if you have questions, leave them down in the comments below for me, and I will see you guys in the next video.